Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alrighty, guys, welcome. This is your Steiny Jester. We're gonna look at our team card here, and we're gonna look at our last few games and see what our record is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the last 7. Our winner, chicken dinner. So we have the win against Chicago, 14-0. The win against Cincinnati, 6-3. Another win against Cincinnati, 5-2. And last but not least, Cincinnati, 7-2. Lost the opening game against the Phillies, 5-2. Then we shut out the Phillies 9-0, and then we beat the Phillies on the 18th, 6-2. So 6 of the last 7 have been victories. We're in a pretty good spot right now with our record. So let's go ahead and start her up. Let's look at the schedule for today. There is our lineups. We can see Houston and St. Louis is set to manual. Let's see. Any good matchups that we need to? New York and Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Texas, Kansas City, Atlanta, Arizona, the Cubs and the Marlins, the Rockies and the Phillies, Milwaukee versus San Diego, San Francisco and Los Angeles. All right, we're gonna go ahead and don't look, nobody look, no, don't see the scores. That will break your heart. All right, computer's gonna manage Houston. We will manage it.
Welcome.
All right, so let's go back. There is the lineup for today. Craig in left field, Rasmussen center, Jay in right. Descalso down at third, Terrio at short, Green at second, Pools at first, Kyle McClendon, -1 pitcher on the mound, and Laird behind the plate. He is a +1. Let me make sure I did that right because I could have sworn I put in, I have Yadier Molina. Whoa, what's going on here, folks? I didn't set the Cardinals lineup. Sorry. That's my bad. My bad. Hang on a second. I was going to say, I thought I did. So we got Terrio, then Jay, then Pujols, then Craig. Where's Craig's card? Craig, Rasmus, there. Laird, Gerald Laird, where are you? There you are. And Daniel Descalso over there at third base. And then the pitcher's card, which is going to be hitting card number 2. All right, so there we go. Now that should be much better. There we go. All right, so the Cardinals lineup is set right now. Oh, good thing I caught that when I did. All right, so we have McClendon -1, Laird +1. There is the lineups for today's game. This is game number 45 of the season. Our second game against Houston of the 3-game series. And don't forget, Houston is the team in 2011. The Cardinals, going into the last day, needed a win, and they had to take on the Astros, which they fortunately won behind the pitching of Chris Carpenter. In fact, I think it was a blow. It's like 12-0. They blew them out, which is great because there was a lot of other great games going on that last day. September 28, 2011, the greatest day in baseball history. All right, here we go. So, McClendon, the righty, Bourne, the lefty. That's a 211 right-hander, 211, and that's going to be a single into center field right off the bat. No hitter is gone. Bourne is a double-A, which means he is a 17. He'll drop down to a 15 as they hold him on. So he's going to try. He's going to go 1-15. It's a foul. No count. Doesn't count. 1 to 15, he's in there. Stolen base. A single and a stolen base. Single and a stolen base. Stolen base. There we go. So Bourne is already at second, and that brings up Quit Barnes. Nobody out here in the top of the first. 211 again, the second time we rolled a 211, but off of Barnes. That's going to be a pop-up. Terrio comes in towards the pitching mound and makes the catch. Popped up too short. One away. Brings up Hunter Pence in the third spot today. Hunter Pence batting 282. And a foul. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. Come on. Let's try to make it in there. Hunter Pence. There we go. 4-5 righty. 4-5 ground ball shortstop. Terrio, he's going to come in, make the catch, and Bourne goes back to second. So it's going to be a ground out. There we go. And you are going to stay, and it's going to go short to first. So Terrio has been called on a couple times, has made some good plays for us. Let's hope he can continue. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 4-7 right-hander. 4-7 is a walk. So Carlos Lee gets the walk. And that brings up Brett Wallace. 2 on, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Brett Wallace, the lefty. 1-3. It's a ground ball to short again. And Terrio throws it to Pools in time for the out. And that will retire this side. You can go to second. You can go to third. It doesn't matter. It's going to be 6-3. Or 6-3. And that's going to do it. So the Astros, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, and J.A. Happ is up. J.A. Happ, the lefty, is up against Ryan Terrio, the righty. A.J. Happ on the season is 2-3 with a 4.37. He's pitched 47 innings, given up 38 hits, 24 walks, 45 strikeouts, and 7 home runs. Looks like he's a little susceptible to that home run. And he's a 5-7 righty, 5-7, and that'll be a leadoff walk. Leadoff walk. Let's go ahead and get you guys some what's going on there in the defense. Lee in left field, Bourne in center, Pence in right, Johnson at third, Barnes at short, Hall at second, Wallace at first, Happ on the mound. He's a -2, Quintero's a -1. If they're holding this, it's going to be a -5 to your rating. So probably not a lot of stealing going on for the Cardinals again today. That brings up John Jay. John Jay. And corners are going to... the computer wants to play corners in. I'm thinking John Jay might bunt or something. He's a very good bunter. But he's also batting .387 on the season. So they've played the corners in. 6'11", a left-hander, 6'11". That's a ground ball. Pitcher X. So pitcher X is Happ. He's a 2E0. And it looks like a 2 and a 12 is going to be just fine. 2 and a 12 is a G2. With the runner at first, it's going to be a force. Batter safe, runner out at force. Batter safe, runner at first is out at second. Okay, so fielder's choice goes to the pitcher. Fielder's choice. No, that's the sacrifice bunt. There we go. So maybe we should have had a bunt. So it's going to go pitcher. We'll go to second. That's fine. So Jay is now at first. He is a D stealer. Brings up Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols. 1-7. That's a fly ball. That's going to center. Oh, he's a lefty. Sorry. 1-7 is a ground ball to the pitcher. Happ turns around, throws it quickly this time to Hall. Hall over to Wallace at first, and that will be a ground ball double play. Just what the doctor ordered if you are an Astros fan. It went pitcher, second to first for the double play. So Albert grounds it back to J.A. Happ, and we move on. Baseball Demos, hey, how you doing? How about those Astros? How about them? Hey, Jester. Hey, Glenn, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, my friends. So we're just into the top of the second inning. No score, only one hit by the Astros so far. Kyle McClendon, the righty, versus J.A. Happ, the lefty, here at Busch Stadium. Chris Johnson for the Astros, 6-3. 6-3, and that will be a single. So back-to-back leadoff singles by the Astros. McClendon is a D stealer. Bill Hall up. Johnson takes his lead at first. 2-7. That is going to be a ground ball down to Terrio. Terrio flips to Green onto Pujols. Got him just in time for the double play. Second double play of the game so far. This one is a 6-4-3. And that clears the bases for Humberto Quintero, batting 183 on the season. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. 1-4. That's going to be a ground ball down to Descalso. He gets it on the hop, throws it to Pujols, and that will retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 quick inning after the single. And we go to the bottom of the second. That brings up Alan Craig. 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, 333 average for the Cardinal. 2-8 lefty, 2-8. That's a fly ball center field. Bourne's going to go back, go a few steps, and wait on it to come down and makes the catch. 1 out for Colby Rasmus. Rasmus is a lefty. Hey, Jester, a little off topic, but the reason I think you have so many shots in your game was because there was an option on B or C shots to draw another action card instead of shooting. Yeah, I saw that. I knew there was. I appreciate the thought, though, Glenn. I know exactly what you're saying. I saw that there was the option, but I didn't see why not to. I mean, you can always try to get a better shot, but yeah, it's just. Anyways, yeah, I'll talk about it later when I do a review or something. Rasmus here, 261 average, left-hander. That is a 6-5 lefty matchup. 6-5 strike 3 called on the outside corner. Beautiful slider in there. Caught Rasmus looking for some heat, and it didn't come. He was way out in front of that one. That brings up Gerald there. 176 average. Only 35th at bat this season, though. He's kind of a part-time player, being behind Yadier Molina. 5-7 right-hander. 5-7 is a walk. So J.A. Happ with his second free pass given up. And that brings up Daniel Descalso. We're in the bottom of the second. Still no score. 3-6. It's a pop-up to lefty. Sorry, 3-6 pop-up to short. So popped him up, and that will end the inning for the Cardinals. Still, this is exactly like game number 1. If you haven't watched it, I don't want to, well, I will spoil it, so close your ears. Game number 1, Cardinals, no hit through 4 innings. This game, through 2 innings, still no hit. Well, it looks like pitchers are going to be coming up here. It's going to be J.A. Happ first against Kyle McClendon. J.A. is a normal lefty. 6'8", lefty, 6'8", and that's going to be ground ball down to first. Pujols will take it to the bag himself to retire the pitcher. Ground out to first. So what about here in the top of the third inning? Will there be a Strant Rant Part 2, says Baseball Demos. There will be another video, yes. I don't think that first one was a rant, though. It was just Michael Bourne. We're in what? The top of the third. 212. He is a right-hander. 212 is, oh, that's bad. That's a single, all the way down his 2 column. So that is a single. He's a double-A stealer. Again, he already stole 1 base. He's going to try and steal again. 1-15 on the steal, even though they're holding him, and he'll be with his second stolen bag today. Michael Bourne, just like he did in the first inning, on to second. This time there's one out, though. Clint Barnes, 0 for 1. Oh, hit that one foul. Hit that one foul. So Clint Barnes, that's a 210, and he's a right-hander, 210. That's on ball to first. Bourne will make it over to third base, no problem there, as it's a slow grounder. He's going to go to third on the play, and Pujols will take it and tag out the runner. And that brings up Hunter Pence, who's 0 for 1. Hunter Pence, and 2 outs, top of the third inning. Six or nine right-hander, 6'9". That's a shortstop X. That's a 4E33 again. Here we go. 13, 15, or 16 are all bad numbers. That's an 11 and an 11. And I think Terrio is going to make the play. I think he's going to, yes, he does make the play. Terrio with the ground out and diving stop out there and throws it on first in time to get the runner. And that will retire in the side. So Hunter Pence hit it strong, but could not get it by Terrio. Kyle McClendon comes out here in the bottom of the third to hit, and he is a weak righty. Weak righty, 5'8". 5'8" weak righty is a ground ball second base X. That's Hall. He's not a very good defender. He's a 4E23. 23 is going to be an 11 or a 17 are going to be bad numbers. And that is a 17. Oh boy, E23. And that is going to be a 2-base error on Hall in a 4 and an 8. Let's make sure it's not a hit. It wouldn't have been a hit, but it is a 2-base error. 2-base error. And that's going to move the pitcher all the way around to second base. Wait a minute. That was actually Descalso. For some reason, that was Descalso. I think I flipped over his card. Now the pitcher spot comes up. Sorry. He's a bunting C. They're going to play corners in. But McClellan here. McClellan, is he going to try and bunt him over with a D-bunter? Oof. We don't need that runner thrown out, but we are going to bunt it. That's a 4 on the bunt. A D and a 4. Batters thrown out by pitcher. Runners advance. So good sacrifice bunt by McClendon. Not known as a great bunter, but he gets that one down. So sacrifice bunt, and we're just going to call that pitcher to second on the out there. All right, so Descalso goes to third. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Cardinals still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Terrio 0 for 1 with a walk. I'm sorry, 0 for 0. 0 for 0 with a walk. That is a 6'4" right-hander. 6'4". It's a fly ball center field X. That's Bourne. He's a 1E3. 1E3. Center field, a 3. A 3, an 18, or a 16. And a 1, he will get to that. Fortunately, it's going to be an F2. F2 says fly out if there's a runner on third, he scores. All right, so a sacrifice fly there by Terrio. Deep enough to send home Descalso on the sacrifice fly to center field. No throw home, and the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Phantom Manic is here as well. Thank you coming by. All right, so John Jay is up. Bases are clear here. Bottom of third inning, 2 outs, 4-5 lefty. 4-5 strikes him out. believe that's the second strikeout in a row for John Jay. And that will do it. We go to the fourth, 1-0 Cardinals. Here in game number 45 of the season, Carlos Lee is up. 6-4. 6-4 is a fly ball center field. That's going to be Rasmus. He's an 8. E8. Oh, 2 and a 3 is trouble, isn't it? 2 and a 3 is a single. It is a single. And then a 14 on an E8. That could be trouble too. Center field, E8 of 14. Nope, no 14, but it is a single as Rasmus can't get to that one. Cannot get to it. It falls in front of him just barely. Carlos Lee gets aboard. Brett Wallace is up. Lefty. 111, right-hander. Fly ball going out to right field. John Jay's going to come in and make the catch. Good play there by John Jay. 1 out. Chris Johnson. 6'9". 6'9's ground ball shortstop X. That's Terrio again. 4E33. 4, 5, 6. He should make this play, actually. A 10 on an 4. What's a 10 on a 4 give us? A 10 on a range 4 is a G3. G3 with a runner at first is runner's advance. Okay, so only plays at first there. As he barely gets to that one, it's going to be ground out at first. Moves to second on the play. It's going to go shortstop to first. So there is now 2 outs. Runner in scoring position for Bill Hall. Bill Hall, 1-7 and a fly ball. That one's a lazy pop fly for Rasmus. He waits on it and makes the catch. Side retired, and we're through 3.5 innings. Cardinals due up against J.A. Happ. 1-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the fourth, Albert Pujols is 14 home runs, 41 RBIs, 316 average. That is a 1-5, and that one is hit well by Albert, and it's over the head of Bourne. He was playing too shallow that time. It is a rocket beam over his head. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Pujols is going to round first. He trots to second. He knew he wasn't going to get a triple out of it, so he just trots into second and stands there with the leadoff double by Albert Pujols. Still nobody out here for Alan Craig. That's a 2-7. 2-7 is a ground ball third base. Johnson has it. Pujols stays on his bag. He's going to stay there. It's going to be third to first on the play. And brings it Colby Rasmus. Hey, J.A. Happ. 4-7 against the lefty. 4-7. That is a strikeout. So 2 big outs for J.A. Happ right now. And let's see if he can get out of the inning for the Astros. Still only 1-0, bottom of 4. Gerald Laird. That's a 2-6 against the lefty. 2-6 is a fly ball to left. And he's going to get out of it. So Albert Pujols' double goes nowhere, as that's going to be a fly out to left field. And nobody is coming home. So we got us a 1-0 ball game. We are headed into the top of the 5th. Quintero's up 0 for 1 on the day. After I finish the Fedrich replay, I should do a Gabaza replay, says Baseball Demos. He was 20-8 in 1988. Gabaza. That's right. Never forget that name now. Mark Gubaza. Oh, I hit my hand as I was throwing that in the cup. I'm okay, guys. I'm all right. Quintero, 0 for 1. 1-5. Strikeout plus injury, but we're not doing injuries, so just a strikeout. We'll take that, of course. That brings up the pitcher spot. We're in the 5th. A.J. Happ can go 6, so I guess he'll bat. 4-7. He is a normal lefty. 4-7 is a ground ball to second. And that will be an easy out there for Green. And 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Michael Bourne. Bourne is 2 for 2 with 2 singles on the day and 2 stolen bases. As a 4-6 lefty, 4-6, and another walk, which is going to precede another steal attempt. 1-15 again, 1-15. Might as well, because that's an 11. Another stolen base. So 2 singles, a walk, and now 3 stolen bases. He's just abusing McClellan. He's just abusing him. And Laird can't throw him out. He's not strong enough. Clint Barnes is up, though, with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 2-7 against the righty. 2-7 is a walk. So with the bases open there, they decide to walk Clint Barnes to bring up Hunter Pence. 2 on, 2 outs. Top of 5, Hunter Pence. 2-5. 2-5. Strike 3 called. Swing and a miss. Perfect pitch there by Kyle McClendon, and he's going to get out of the inning. Nothing more than a little bit of stress under him with that guy getting on every single time. We're at the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. Anybody's ball game. Good pitching matchup here between J.A. Happ, Kyle McClendon. No, Tyler Green is up. So why is Tyler Green up? Oh, maybe I'm forgetting Tyler Green's card. That's what the issue is. Oh, that could explain a lot why Descalso. All right, Tyler Green should be here. And then Descalso. That's why we ran into that issue before. Now we understand what the issue was. So Tyler Green is up. Forgot to have his card out there. Hey, Dave Little. What's going on? So Tyler Green against J.A. Happ. That is a 8? 1-8, a lefty, 1-8, ground ball, shortstop. That's going to be Barnes. He's going to make the play. Short to first. Daniel Descalso's up. He is 0 for 1, but he did score the only run of the game on the 2-base error by the second baseman, Bill Hall. That is a 6-9 lefty. 6-9's ground ball to short. And that it'll be an easy out for no wait, that is 6-9, I think is that is going to be a X chance. Hang on, let's not fill that out yet. Barnes is a 2E16. 16 at short is a 14 or a 17. Will be an error, and that is a 16. So he's lucky there. But the 1 is not going to be lucky for him, as that is a single by Descalso. So Descalso powers a single past Barnes at short and brings up Mr. McClendon. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0. He will swing or bunt. Corners in, obviously, for the defense. Kyle McClendon. Swing or bunt. He is going to... He's going to swing. Surprising, he's going to swing. He fouled that one off, though. Maybe get one. Now he's going to... Is he going to bunt? Still debating. He is going to bunt. Oh, I called a bunt and I rolled an 11. I should have. 2-11 would have been a strikeout anyways, but it could still end up being worse here. Let's see. He is a C, drops to a D bunter on an 11. Batter pops out, runner holds. So strikeout or pop up doesn't matter. Or just call that a pop up to the catcher by McClendon. And now 2 outs. Descalso still at first. That brings up Ryan Theriot. Terrio with a walk so far. 0 for 1. It's a 1-5, and that is hit well, and that is in the left center field. Lee and Bourne track it down. It's over their heads. It's going to bounce against the wall. Bourne picks it up. Descalzo's headed home. He is a 13 plus 2 because there's 2 outs, takes him to a 15. Bourne is a -1, takes him down to a 14. They're still sending him home. Here comes the throw from Bourne. It is out at the plate. Bourne throws him out. Unbelievable on the double. And out at home is Descalzo on the double. And that's going to end the threat for the Cardinals. We go to the top of the sticks, 6. It's still 1-0. That brings up Carlos Lee, 1 for 1 with a walk. 6-4. It's a fly ball center field X. Rasmus 2E8. 2E8. And he's going to make that play. 2E8. To fly out to Rasmus in center field. Center. There he is. So easy fly ball there. Rasmus, Brett Wallace is up. One out here in the top of the 6. 6'8 lefty, 6'8 ground ball pitcher. McClendon's going to knock it down. Scurries after it. Underhand throw to Pujols just in time for the out. 2 outs for Chris Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 2. Chris Johnson 1 for 2. 2 outs here, top of the 6. 5-9 right-hander. 5-9, and that one is hit. Oh my gosh, that is going to be a rocket out there. It's in the gap, and Johnson's going to round first. He's going to be into second. He thinks about taking off for third, but he's going to hold it as Rasmus finally gets it in. So a 2-out double for Johnson brings up Bill Hall. 2 outs here in the top of the 6. 2-8. 2-8. Strike 3 called. Curveball right in there by McClendon. He's pitching a whale of a game here for the Cardinals. And that's going to do it for the threat. We go on to the bottom of the 6. Jay Happ against John Jay. Jay's 0 for 2 against him. 3-8. Left-hander. And that is his good column. And that's going to be hit well by John Jay. And that one's in the gap. Bourne is not going to reach it. It's off the end of his glove. He gets it at the warning track. Jay rounds first. He heads to second. Here comes the throw from Bourne. It's on target. Here comes the tag. And Jay is safe. Safe there by John Jay. A leadoff double by John Jay. And that brings up Albert Pujols. They're going to hold Jay. They do not want him getting a good jump to get home. 4-7 righty, 4-7 righty, and they walk Pujols on 4 straight pitches. They walk him on 4 straight pitches. So 2 men on, nobody out for Alan Craig. He could put the dagger in the heart of Astro fans right here, right now. Alan Craig 0 for 2, 6-4, and that's a fly ball center field. That's Bourne. He's a 1E3, and bad numbers for him are 3, 18, and 16. And he'll make that catch in center field. And a 10 on a 1. That's going to be an F2. So runner on second may tag up and try to advance. Compute his chances, running speed plus outfielder's arm. Take him to 1-12. He's not willing to risk that, so it's going to just be a fly out to center field. Good play there by Bourne. And that brings up Colby Rasmus. 2 men on, 1 out now. Colby Rasmus 0 for 2. Come on, Colby. Colby does have 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, 258 average, 17 walks, 33 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases for Colby Rasmus. That is a 2-9 lefty. Strikes him out. That is strikeout number 34 of the season for Colby. He has trouble with these left-handed pitchers. And that brings up Gerald Laird in the game today instead of Molina. Big opportunity for him to say, put me in the lineup more. Hey, coach, put me in the lineup. I'm ready to play. Hey. 4-3, right-hander, 4-3. That's a fly ball right field X. That's Hunter Pence. He's a 2E7. 2E7. Bad numbers for him are 6, 15, 16, and 18. That is going to be a 12. That is not a bad number, but a 3 and a 2 might be a 3. A roll of 3 on a 2 is a single and a 2-base advance. So it's going to fall in as it's a little blooper off the end of his bat. And that is going to fall in for a single. Jay is going to score. Pujols will make it to third on the play. And Gerald Laird says, hey, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Hey. So Hap is now officially tired. So his day, we got a righty, then a lefty coming up. They'd like him to get through the left-hander Descalso. So they're going to leave him in. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 Cardinals. A little blooper by Gerald Laird. Oops. So we do have to watch and make sure we don't run into any little dot things. 5-6 right-hander, 5-6, and that is a strikeout, no dot. So J.A. Happ gets out of it, and a little blooper costs him a run, but not all in all that bad. McClendon's still going strong here in the 7th inning. A little bit of a surprise. So far, he's given up no runs on 5 hits, and Quintero's up. That is a 3 and a 7. Right-hander, 3-7. And that is going to be line out right at Green, who makes a great diving stop out there at second base, robbing a single from Quintero. That is going to be a line out right at the second baseman for the out, and that's going to bring up the pitcher spot. That's another reason why they wanted J.A. Happ to go a little bit farther into the game. So now it's time for the manager's minds to start maneuvering. So McClendon is a righty. Let's see what we have in the visitor bullpen or in the bench today. Same people as yesterday, it looks like. I have one really good, and this guy is Brian, and I had trouble pronouncing his name yesterday. And maybe somebody in the chat can help me out. It is Brian Bogusevic. Bogusevic, maybe? Brian Bogusevic. I'm trying to remember this guy's name. I don't remember it at all. So, anyways, it's going to be, we'll just call him Baby Bo because his initials is B and then his name starts B-O. So we'll call him Baby Bo. Baby Bo's up, top of the 7th, 1 out. It is a 5-5 left-hander, 5-5, and that one is going to be hit well. It's off the wall, and which field is it? I don't know, 5-5 lefty, and nothing there, so it's going to be in center field, and that is going to be a solid 1-out double. I told you this guy was going to be problems. Nobody listens to me until it's too late. I don't know why. That brings up Michael Bourne, who's 2 for 2 with a walk, 3 stolen bases on the day. Not bad. Baby Bo's at second. 1 and a 6 now. 1 and a 6 is going to be a single, 2 stars, and that is going to be trouble, as that is going to now cut into the lead. It's now a 2-1 ball game, and that leaves second base open. So you know what's going to happen. Michael Bourne's going to try and steal again, unless they call McClendon out before he steals. That is a possibility. They are going to take McClendon out of the game before he steals. And hopefully they're going to be able to bring in somebody that has some shutdown capabilities. Cannot let this guy get to second with another steal. That would be bad. Let's see. Where's his hold? Oh, hold 0. Hold +3. That's terrible, by the way. Michael Bourne is a lefty, by the way. So we're going to bring in. Oh, it's not Bourne. He's right. He's already gone. So it's a right-hander. Right. The only reason we kept his card up is because we're trying to bring somebody in that can shut down his stupid steal attempts every time he gets on base. Sorry. All right, looks like we're gonna go outside the box here today. We're gonna bring in Mitchell Boggs, assuming he's on the bench. He is. I thought he would be. All right. So Boggs is coming in the ninth spot to face off. Now he is a 0. Laird is a +1. Holding him is a -2. So he only goes down 1 point, which means he is still a what? 1-16. God dang. All right. Is he going to steal? I bet he is. Oh, no, he's not. That is a 17 this time. There it says, oh, no. I got your number, baby. I got you this time. Caught stealing. Nice. We'll call that catcher to second. So Bourne gets a single, and then the out. Finally, 1 out of 4, but we got the one that mattered. 2-1 here in the top of the 7th. Clint Barnes is up. 6-6, 6-6, and that is going to be a single in the right field, and maybe he shouldn't have tried to steal. Single in the right, and Barnes is a D stealer. He's not going to go anywhere. That brings up Hunter Pence. He's 0 for 3. That's going to be trouble. 1-5, right-hander. And that one's going to be a double. In the gap, Barnes at first. It's going to Rasmus. He's at 12. -1 for being held is an 11. +2 because there's 2 outs takes him to 13. Rasmus is a +1. That's a 14. So they're going to try and throw him out. 1-14. He's in there safe. Barnes rounds third. They're sending him home. Rasmus, here's the relay from Green to Laird. Laird with the tag, and he's safe. Disappointment. So that is going to tie the ball game up. On the single, Pence is going to go to second on the throw, and Ramis is going all the way around to score. No, wait, was it a double? Yes, it was a double. Sorry, it was a double, not. So he's going to go all the way to third on the play, and Barnes is going to score. So the game is tied, and now it's 2-2, and Pence is at third. 2 outs for Carlos Lee. Oh, he hit it foul. He hit it on his good column, though. The 3 column is a good column for him, so good thing he hit it foul. That could have been dangerous. 6-4 righty, 6-4. 6-4 is a 5-ball center field access. Rasmus, 2-8. 2-8. Bad numbers are 3, 4, 15, 16, and 18. That is a 10 and an 18, and he'll be making the catch out there in center field. Nice sliding stop there by Rasmus, and that's going to save the bacon, as they say. And that is going to do it for the top of the seventh. We have trivia time for all you wonderful baseball fans out there. It's time for the seventh inning stretch. Let's play our trivia game while the crowd enjoys Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right. So, all the trivia says is nickname Das Satchel. Nickname Das Satchel. I guess they're looking for the person's real name. And don't say Mr. Satchel, because I'll just tell you that's wrong. So coming out of the bullpen for the Astros, now that they've tied it up, the manager is going to do something a little bit more different here. That is going to be Fernando Rodriguez is going to come in and pitch. Fernando Rodriguez. It just says nickname Das Satchel. Satchl. And I've already clicked buy, so I know what the answer is. So you need to give me the person's first and last name. All right. So Rodriguez in, he's a right-hander. Descalso's a lefty. Interestingly, brought in the right-hander to face off against Descalso. We're in the bottom of the seventh, 2-2 ball game. 1-3 right-handers. Ground ball down to Wallach at first. He will make the play. Ground out. Let's try that again. Ground out to first. And Boggs will be out. So Boggs is out of there. And it looks like the Cardinals have someone coming off the bench. It's going to be I got to grab the right cards first. We have Berkman, Molina, Holiday, Hamilton, and Cosma. It's going to be Matt Holliday's coming off the bench here. So Matt Holliday grabs a bat and starts swinging around and steps into the batter's box against Fernando Rodriguez. Matt Holliday against Fernando Rodriguez. 2-11 against a right-hander. 2-11 is a ground ball back to Rodriguez. He snares it out of midair and throws it to first, and that will be an out on the 1-3 put out. So Holiday will be done. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup, and that is Terrio. 2-7 righty, 2-7 single, 2 stars. No money on base to take advantage of those 2 stars, though. That brings up John Jay, 1 for 3 with a double. Terrio, let's see, Rodriguez is a +3. -1, -2 for holding them, and that's going to even out. So whatever your run rating is what you get. So we need to have someone come up that has a A rating, maybe a B. I'd even go maybe a B, but we'll see. John Jay, 2-2 righty, 2-2 is hit by the pitch. That one got him on the elbow. I saw that all the way from up here, and that brings up Albert Pujols with 2 men on, and now you're flirting with danger. There is 2 outs, so could intentionally walk him to face off against Craig. Craig's having just as good a start to the season as Pujols. Pujols is 1 for 2 with a double last time up. As a 1-5 right-hander, and that is hit well, and that's going to be a sliding stop. Bourne gets it before it rolls to the wall. He's going to cut it off, but that is a single, 2 stars, and the Cardinals come right back and take the lead. Terrio comes in to score, and Jay will go all the way to third on the play. Good diving stop out there by Bourne to hold Pujols to a single, but it's now runners at the corners with 2 outs. Alan Craig is 0 for 3. Which makes me wonder if people from France peck someone on the cheeks. Is it still a French kiss? Let me rearrange my table here. Alan Craig 0 for 3. We're 3-2, bottom of 7. 4-3, right-hander, and that's a fly ball right field X. That's Pence 2E7. Ooh, 2 and a 5. That could be interesting. A 2 and a 5. Is he going to make that? 2 and a 5. He does. And he's an E7 in right. And that is going to be a, 13 on a 7. And he'll be making that catch. And that will retire the side. But the Cardinals pick up that all-important run. And they go right back in front. 3-2 on the RBI single by Albert Pujols. And now it looks like we're in the 8th innings. Fernando Salas cannot make it yet. So we are going to bring in Mott Man. Jason Mott, one of my favorite Cardinals. Mott Man is coming in. Until, of course, he was a big fat trader and went to freaking Cubs. He's jerk-faced jerky is. So Jason Mott in against Brett Wallace. 0 for 3 is Wallace. That is a 1-6. He is a righty. 1-6 is a leadoff walk. Oh, great. Here we go again. Leadoff walk. Mott is a +3. Laird is a +1. So you get a +2 to steal against these guys, but Wallace is an E, which is a 1-7. It's only a 1-9 if he tries to steal a base. I don't think he's going to try that. So Chris Johnson, 2 for 3 with a double. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. 2-10, hit by the pitch. Wow, and they got 2 runners on. I must have said something bad about Mott, and he's like throwing it wild now. 2 men on, nobody out for Bill Hall. 0 for 3 is Bill Hall. Let's look at the game and see pinch hitters. Just came in for pitchers. There was no defensive replacements or anything like that. Okay. Just looking to see if maybe they take Paul out. He was 0 for 3, but they've been there. 2-5. That is a strikeout. So Mott finally gets on his A game and says, all right, maybe I heard IG Jester wasn't happy with me because I went to the Cubs. Quintero is 0 for 3 as well, but he's their catcher. You going to get rid of your catcher? I don't think so. 0 for 3. 1 out, top 8. Oh, bounced that one foul. That one went down the third base line. Descalso's guarding the line. Pujols guarding the line. Outfield shifted a little bit to have him pull. 5-8, and that is a righty. 5-8. Ground ball second base X. That's Green. He's a 4E32. Oh, you're killing me with these 32s. 11, 15, 17, and 18 are all bad numbers. 9 was not on the list, so that is going to be a good play. A 9 and a 4. 4-9 is going to be a G3 with runners at first and second. Can we get that double play? Can we get that double play? No, we can get a runner's advance. That's what we get. So it's going to be a ground out, and Green makes a play, though, so that is helpful. And it went to second over to first. And now brings up the pitcher spot. Well, we know the pitcher is going to be coming out, as they are going to bring in. Who are they going to face against Mott here? The right-hander. That's going to be Tolles. So it's R.J. Tolles is going to come in to face off against Jason Mott, I believe. Yeah, he only hit 184, but he is the only person that has a plus against right-handers that they have on the bench right now. So R.J. Tolles, if he hit that one column, it's going to be good for him, though. R.J. Tolles, like 2 men on, 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Cardinals cling to a 3-2 lead. That is a 3-9, not the column of choice. 3-9. It's a fly ball. That's going out to Jay. Jay waits on it, comes in and makes the catch. Side retired. The hometown crowd gives the team a standing ovation as they head to the dugout. We will go to, let's see here. I got to make sure I don't screw this up. Houston. Who should be over here? These are St. Louis. Okay. Got to make sure I have them in the right stack. So it looks like Wilt Lopez is coming in. I already had that card ready to go, as you see, and that's who the computer chose. It's about time the computer followed my directions a little bit better. Oh, wait a minute. He's already in the game, right? All right, so Lopez is in, and it's Rasmus. Lopez is a righty. Rasmus is a lefty. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-9 against the right-hander, and that is going to be hit well, and that is going to go in for a single. Bounces right in front of Bourne in center field. So a single to start things off by Rasmus. He's a C stealer. Lopez is a -5. Quintero is a -1. That brings up Gerald Laird. Corners are going to come in. Corners in thinking he is going to bunt. He is a C bunter. Corners in. Computer called it. I see it on my screen. Laird is going to swing away, though. 2-8 against the righty. 2-8 is a ground ball shortstop A. And Barnes is, they were playing corners in, so Barnes is playing back for the double play, so he'll get it. And that is just what the doctor ordered for the Astros. That's going to be a 6-4-3 twin killing. Another double play hit into by the Cardinals, and that brings up Tyler Green, who's 0 for 3. 2-6. And he's hit by the pitch, so that one got away. Curveball didn't quite curve. And a second man in 2 innings that's been hit by the pitch. He's going to take this base, though. That's Descalso, 1 for 3 on the day. Daniel Descalso, 2-7. And that is a column of choice. That is a single, 2 stars. So big back-to-back singles by the boys. And now we have runners at the corners. Pitcher spot up. Mott will be out. Jason Mott will be out. And coming in to pinch hit will be Lance Berkman, the switch hitter. Lance Berkman will come in. Oops. Big opportunity for Berkman here. Bust things wide open. The switch hitter comes in to face off against Wilton Lopez. Just want to make sure they want to leave Lopez in. They do want to leave Lopez in. He's way better than the other guy. The other guy is, who is it? Jeff Fulcino. Jeff is not the greatest pitcher in the world. I'll just say that. Not the best pitcher in the world. Runners at the corners. Of course, they could walk Berkman to face off against Terrio. That would load the bases, though. I don't know if you want to do that. So it's up to Lopez to get out Lance Berkman. 3-3, and that is just the trouble you get into. And walked him. Just missed a home run there, by the way. He walked him. So that will load the bases. Now you're in trouble with Boat. And Wilton is now tired. But they're going to leave him in there with. No, they're not going to leave him in there. I would leave him in there, but if something bad happens, I'll never hear the end of it. So they're going to bring in Jeff Voltenevich here. Fulcino, that's what I meant to say. Jeff Fulcino is going to come in. Fulcino's a +9 to hold runners. Good God, he's horrible. So Jeff Fulcino against Ryan Theriot. The righty-righty matchup favors Fulcino. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Cardinals trying to get another insurance run. 6-6 righty. And that is a single 2 stars. Green comes in. They're waving on Descalso. Berkman, he heads to third. They are going to hold Berkman up, and that is just what they needed. Cardinals, 2 more runs in. As Ryan Theriot has delivered today for the Cardinals, it is now 5-2. Runners at the corners. John Jay is coming up against Fulcino. John Jay, 6'2 lefty, and that is. Does he have normal power? He does have normal power. That is a normal home run, but no, it's way out there in right field. Pence back in the corner, leaps up and makes the catch up against the wall and steals the home run away from John Jay. The hometown crowd was ready to erupt, and Hunter Pence says, no, 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 we'll have none of that in my watch, and that will do it for the bottom of the 8th. It is a 5-2 ball game, but with Fernando Salas coming in for the Cardinals, the looks on the Astros' faces are not pleased. Fernando Salas, he does have to deal with Michael Bourne, who's 3 for 3. He's got 3 stolen bases, so he's got a walk. Just don't let this guy beat you. 4-4 lefty. Catcher X, that's not Molina. That's Laird, 4-1. A 4-2 probably going to be a crap. 4-2 is a WG. WG is going to be with no runners on. The batter hits a squib in front of the plate, and the catcher throws him out at first. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work out too bad, then, did it? And error of he's an E1, so he doesn't have any 17 there. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So that is going to actually be a WG result. And a WG says with runners on, something happens. But if there's nobody on, the batter hits a squib in front of the plate, and the catcher throws him out at first. So we'll take it any way we can. It's going to be ground out to the catcher. To the first. To first. For the outs. So Bourne is finally out. Finally. Clint Barnes is up. 1 for 3. Top of the 9th. 5-2. Cardinals get 2 important runs in the bottom of the 8th. Can Fernando Salas close the door on him? 5-4 right-hander. 5-4 right-hander. There's the big curve, and that is a swing and a miss by Barnes. And the Astros are down to their last out. And that is Hunter Pence, Mr. Pain in the butt. Hunter Pence, he is never an easy out. He will fight you tooth, claw, and nail. Doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter the outs, doesn't matter the team. He will do everything he can 100% of the time. That's why he's a pain in the butt. But kudos to him for all his effort and work. 1-7. 1-7 right-hander. That is a walk. So he's going to foul a couple pitches off and earn himself a walk. Of course, you need base runners when you're down by 3. That brings up Cliff Lee, 1 for 3 with a walk. I'm sorry, Carlos Lee. Do they want to replace Mr. Carlos Lee? Salas is a right-hander. Again, we have 3 batters left: Downs, Michaels, and Sanchez. They're all good against lefties. Nobody good against right-handers. So Carlos Lee, it's up to you, man. I mean, we could put somebody else in, but it just seems like. Hang on, let me just check. So we got Downs, Michaels, and Sanchez. Downs, Sanchez, Michaels. I mean, I see the average, so I know, right? But when the coach makes the play, when the coach, he doesn't have a card to pull up and say, oh, this is what if he's going to get hit or not. So let me see who actually. Yeah, actually in the real life game they only had one pinch hitter, and that was that baby Bo that I brought in earlier. So, and I didn't bring him in even knowing that baby Bo, Bochevic or whatever his name was. I guess I just smart enough to make the right call. So we're gonna leave Carlos Lee in there. He needs a base hit. What was his average? Oh, right now he's batting 325. So I guess we'll leave him in there. He's got a 32% chance of getting a hit. 3-7, and that will be anything but the 7. Anything but the 7. Home run, double, triple, singles. A 7 is a fly ball to center field. Rasmus is going to catch that, and that is going to end the ball game here. And we're going to have some happy fans headed home tonight. Be sure to make sure you take a taxi home if you've had too many of our Busch Stadium beers, as the Cardinals send their crow home happy in game number 45. And as we looked at the beginning of this, 6 of the last 7 were victories. So with game number 45 in the books, it's going to be 7 out of the last 8 were victories for the Cardinals. And we will send you over to the desktop here. The St. Louis Reds bested the Astros by 5-2 score at Busch Stadium. Mitchell Boggs, 5-0, did the job in relief. He get credit for the win. He surrendered 2 hits and no walks in 2/3 of an inning. St. Louis had a total of 10 hits for the game. Boggs got help from Fernando Salas, who was credited with his 4th save. Fernando Rodriguez, 0-1, was the loser in relief. He gave up 2 hits and no walks in 1 inning. Michael Bourne with 3 steals and caught once. And what we were looking for is right there, your attendance, 34,093 fans headed home with smiles on their faces. Cardinals win. Let's take a look at our league. New York was playing Boston today, I believe. No, New York was Baltimore. That's right. Damn. Anyways, the Yankees never lose. They're up to 30-12. And look at the White Sox here. Look at the White Sox. 33-12. 13 games better than what they did in real life. And then the Cleveland Indians are 14 games worse than they were in regular life. The Cleveland Indians are 19 games behind. We're only in game number 45. They're almost 20 games back. Holy cow. Texas still 2 up on Oakland. Atlanta 4 up on Florida. St. Louis now 6.5 up on Chicago and Milwaukee. 6.5 up. They are 30-15. Look at me go, leading our team on. We are tied for the second best record in the league. The wild card started today. It'd be the Red Sox and the Rockies. Out in the West, the Dodgers have taken back over the division by half a game over the Colorado Rockies. So there is your stats there for our 2011 replay. After 45 games, it can all go to hell, as we all know. All right, so big shout out to my baseball fans out there. Of course, Baseball Demos, who needs to make sure he doesn't lose his job, because if he does, he's going to go broke, and we're going to find him in a cardboard box under a bridge someday talking jokes. Dave Little, of course, thank you so much for coming on by. Sports Time Machine. Oh, we forgot to give you the answer. That's right. The answer to our trivia question was Leroy Page, actually, was his full name. Leroy Page. Baseball Demos got that right. If you did not write in Leroy Page, then you did not get credit for this. Baseball Demos does get credit for the answer, so I'm going to give him full credit there. Glenn was here. Phantom Manic was here. And anyone else that I missed, I apologize. But thanks anyways for coming out, guys. We will see you all next time. Game 46 against the Astros coming up next. Time here on ID District Channel. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all later on.